Hello, welcome to my amazing office. I even have a nice sea view through the window. So with too much light. If you're an athlete, what I'm about to tell you is going to make your life so much easier. You suck. No, I wanted to say something else. So if you're an athlete, you're most likely training for power. I'm sure at one point you asked yourself, how the fuck do I train for power properly for my sport? So listen closely, you uneducated piece of shit. I'm only going to explain this once, and this video cannot be reversed. I mean, it can, but it makes it sound more... Anyway, let's get to it. Since this is the first video that I'm posting, I'm gonna talk about high jump, since I used to be a high jumper before. And using something like high jump is probably gonna be the easiest way to explain this to you. So we are putting you in the scenario here. This is you. You decided to be a high jumper because you heard it was cool to jump high. And because there are a bunch of girls in track and field. Just maybe one day you could lose your virginity, you thought to yourself. Probably not. But here you are. You want to get better at high jump now. So how do you do it? Should you run? Should you just jump? Should you lift? What should you lift? Should you do Olympic lifting or not? Maybe a med ball. Med ball is pretty explosive. Maybe jump on a box. There's actually only two main things you have to think about. Power is just a product of speed and strength. Which means that you need speed and strength. Let's talk about strength first. Which muscles are being used when you're high jumping? And running, of course. Let's not forget about the approach. We gotta think about the whole technique there. But in the end, it doesn't really matter if you're jumping or running. You're mostly using your leg muscles, alright? Let's keep it simple. So you're gonna have to strengthen the muscles that you're using. So you're gonna go to the weight room. You're either gonna do a squat where you can incorporate a bunch of different muscles in your work, or you're gonna isolate each one of the muscles that you require for your jump. Doesn't matter. All the muscles that you use, you gotta strengthen them. Best way to develop strength is to go through the full range of motion, go through the concentric phase, go through the eccentric phase, nice and slow, control the movement. Alright, very simple. Now we're moving to the speed work. What would be the best way to improve speed? You cannot increase the speed of the nerve impulse from your brain to your muscle. So what can you do? You should drill the movement that you want to get faster at. So if you want to improve your speed when you're high jumping, you should be fucking high jumping. How many times I see people do some kind of motherfucking bullshit tip-top blah 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 exercises. The primary exercise should be doing what you want to get faster at. Okay, but why? If you keep practicing the same movement, your muscles will learn how to fire at more proper timing. When your body knows when to fire each muscle, when to fire each small muscle fiber, you're gonna start moving faster. You're gonna start moving more efficiently, which means you're gonna have more speed. So if you increase the strength of the muscles that you're using, and you increase speed by drilling the movement, you're gonna end up with more power in that specific movement. To be a good track and field high jumper, you only have to be good at jumping with one leg, running through your curve. So next time when you hear someone say, he's a powerful athlete, you can tell him to go. I mean, don't tell him that, but there's no such thing as a powerful athlete. Well, kind of. If you're strengthening your leg muscles, your core, and you're drilling jumps all the time, you're gonna end up being a powerful jumper. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be a powerful thrower. What annoys me the most is that there's so much bullshit exercises that coaches give and I see athletes do, while strengthening the muscles that you need and drilling the movement that you need should be the core of your exercises. As more proof of that, let's think about when basketball players are only jumping with two legs. They cannot jump as high with only one leg. Or when high jumpers come to a basketball court and they're trying to jump with two legs, but they can't jump anything. The only reason why is because of the technique. If you're not drilling the movement, if you're not practicing the movement, you're not gonna have any speed doing it. If you don't have speed, you don't have power. You can have your legs as strong as you want, but if you don't have speed of the movement, if you didn't practice the movement, you're not gonna jump high. Don't get me wrong, there are other steps too. You have to make sure you don't injure yourself. You wanna balance all of your muscles, sleep, blah blah blah, all that boring stuff, but drugs. I can talk about this forever, but let's wait for the second part until I get a better camera or something, because what the fuck is this?